What do I want to do into Camille? I mean, I could just do Transcendence and just, yeah, I'll do this. Can I really kill her early? I really shouldn't be able to unless the Camille is bad, but I think I'll just keep it just in case she like fucks up. Yeah, pussy move considering I'm winning those. Yeah, dude, listen, man, if you want just practice or whatever, let me know and I'll play with you. Even though, honestly, it's hard, man. I feel like I've gotten so good, right? In fighting games, Burb, like legitimately, like I can get like top 8s consistently and all that. But going past the like to get consistent wins as like a first place repeatedly, that shit takes it's hard, man. And it changes depending on the game too. It's actually really, really hard. So I'm still like figuring out things for my play style, things in my patterns, things in like how I approach the game. Because one thing I definitely learned from League of Legends is that whenever you are trying, whenever you're trying to be, oh shit, I almost changed this on accident. Whenever you're trying to figure out what you're doing wrong, or just in general like improvement purposes, I suppose. It's a good idea whenever something's not working to literally like change your whole mindset, or at least like refresh it and stick with the things that worked and remove everything that it hasn't been working so far, and just try to come up with like a different game plan or something that's like, you know, something fresh. And the funny thing is, like, 1 month you'll have a gameplay playstyle, and then like the next month, boom, like half of it will be gone, and then you keep half of some stuff that you liked, and then you keep going and going, and then you keep like molding everything. You get him on DBZ, you haven't top it. I'm not really going for number 1 in DBZ. I just want to get top 8 in that game. I'm trying to figure out like 2D fight, like the non-team fighting fighting games at the moment. Like the ones that are like just 1v1. I'm trying to figure something out on those, which will help in Dragon Ball anyway, so. Because I think the same issue that plagues me in those games, where like I always like get, not necessarily get stuck, but I always struggle at like the top 8 mark, is like a playstyle thing. Like actually, I legitimately think the same thing that happens in that game, or in those games, affects me in League of Legends. And I'm noticing it more and more, which is good, because it lets me see what I'm fucking out. But it's interesting. So good, then how did I even win 100 games against you? Oh my god, lol. Cherby. Actually, I don't know if you're still playing those games too actively. That shit's rough, man. Even if you don't get a game against me over 100 matches, it's okay. It's all about improvement anyway. It's about the journey. So they say, the journey. You just learn. I have people that I've been beating up for what feels like years, and they get better. They're improving. But it's just, you know.
My hands are stained.
Gotta keep playing, gotta keep figuring out stuff. Slowly but surely.
Minions have spawned.
You gonna play Striving Q today? No, I'm taking a little break because I played fighting games all day yesterday. I was playing tournaments all day.
My spirit is not
the Dragon Ball one I got 4th place. The Strive one I got like 16th place, I think. But it's like, I don't know. I told my buds when I was in Discord with them, I was like, the only character that I'm probably gonna lose a game to in this tournament now, because I don't have like the full knowledge, is Happy Chaos. And you know what I went against in winner's side? Happy Chaos. And then when I went into loser's side, I lost to another Happy Chaos. And I was like, fuck. That's unlucky that I went against this character twice, but that's more of like a matchup knowledge thing.
Unnecessary strike.
She has a W probably. Really, no W. Okay. She has Q.
For those who were lost.
Do you ever get wrist issues? No, my DPI is too high, so I barely move my hand. So I don't really get arm pain or wrist pain. That's a good thing about having your DPI so high that I can literally I'm moving everything by just moving my fingers a little bit, kind of like moving the mouse around.
Learn from your mistakes.
No wrist pain whatsoever.
Violence to end violence.
First blood.
How should I proceed? Burdens of the past.
Oh, my Q, I fucked it up. That's okay. You guys flash, and we get Lilia her
Choose your
camp.
own path.
My Q went the wrong way there. I could have actually just killed him.
What conflict awaits?
I thought she was gonna... Okay, never mind.
So much death.
Jump. I'm not gonna freeze it, there's too many minions.
They've crossed the line.
An ally has been slain.
So long to run.
Yeah, I gotta reset here. I'm gonna lose some minions, but it's better for me to reset there and not die.
My spirit is not lost.
It just gets harder in between Camille and Riven. I believe Camille scales harder, but Riven always has a chance to like outplay him. You just gotta be you gotta be playing around the Camille second Q, like the true damage one, the Cho'Gath ult. If you play around the Cho'Gath ult, you're fine.
My hands are stained.
If you want to strictly play versus Camille, and what spells do you go for? You mean like runes? They're always the same, unless you mean like level 1 or level 2 atomization. It's always the same, pretty much. Cooldown reduction is very good against her because like full damage is like full damage is good, but the thing is like mostly Camille players won't just give you chances to just kill them like that. Maybe you go TP Ignite. Oh, I see. No, I mostly just go Flash Ignite every game nowadays. I don't really mess with TP Ignite too much.
Burdens of the past.
I never stayed too long. I lost the plate and I lost that. Instead of going for the wave, I should have gone for plate and then let it push back to me. I screwed up. I'm trying to make TP work, feels underwhelming. Only go TP if you go against
Choose your own.
only go TP if you go against something that you already beat, that you don't need pressure in the game with. So for example, if you go against
Enemy double kill.
Zion would be one, for example, where like he just can't contest you no matter what. And you don't need Ignite to kill him.
So long.
So you would go just TP against him. Against Camille, I kinda need Ignite. Kinda. Because like your all-ins will be like you can get kills like that. Like the one I just got. So it's like, and even the level 1 is really dangerous for her if you have Ignite.
My spirit is not lost.
So you gotta play around that.
What conflict awaits?
Honestly, Flash on Riven is really good, but the thing is like over the game's lifespan, right? Riven in teamfights has become worse and worse. Because everyone just knows that Riven wants to look for a third Q flash play. So everyone already knows and they have like their flash keys ready whenever you're gonna go for them. Because it's reactable, right? The only time it's not reactable is if you do like flash W. So against good players, I barely ever do flash third Q combo against them. I just do flash W into third Q. Like I stack my CC. It sounds fucked up, but it's true. It would be like Riven's team fighting would be godlike if she could have what she used to have, where she was able to do like flash or third Q flash, right? If you can third Q flash and it's unreactable, then it would be like, you know. Okay, I think I gotta give waves here if we want to fight for this. This is a little awkward though. Okay, moment. Team wants to do something. Chance that we fucking lose off of it. A chance that we fucking win. Let's go. Alright, we're good. Jimmy is saved. Yeah. So I mean, the thing is like we had a pretty decent lead, so I was like, I guess I'll go for it. But that could go either. Like if they played it super well and my teammate played it like kind of awkward, we could have just lost that. Like for real.
So long I've wandered.
But yeah, it's just it's like, you know, Riven's team fighting is definitely not as good as it used to. And now, if you do third Q and you can get CC'd. If you do third Q, they use Gale Force as well to like kite back. So her team fight, you can still do third Q,
Own path.
especially if they don't know where you're at.
Focus.
So you have to like flank, and it's just the way it is, you know. But yeah, but her team fighting is not as good as it used to be because of the power creep.
Never falter. To serve the greater good.
Gore Drinker is such a huge design flaw. Because Riven is weak to not having any sustain. That's why she has her shield. But then Gore Drinker just allows you to heal.
An enemy has been slain.
I don't really know what Riot does anymore in terms of like balance.
An enemy has been slain.
Because a lot of their logic that they used to tell me about years ago. It doesn't apply. I think it's because they changed. They might have changed. They changed like balance, or the people who were doing the balance like repeatedly, so different like thought processes go through. I need to be careful here. Okay, not anymore. That's okay. If you're a removable Gore Drinker, I mean, if the Gore Drinker was removed, people would just do like Sunder or something. Like it's just, there's always like one optimal atomization route. Should I have died that though? I mean, knowing that they went there. See, in that instance right there, that's not worth it. I should have just backed off. Dude, that's exactly what I'm talking about. It's hard to be in that playstyle mode all the time where like you're just like optimizing like the everything around you. Really, really difficult. And the funny thing is you see like every streamer, or not even streamer, like every single player that's like plays competitive, they go, even me in that moment, I'm like, oh, that's fine, it's okay, it's kind of worth for us, whatever, blah, 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 and it's like, is it, like the moment you think about it after, it's like, is it really worth it? It's hard to get yourself into that mindset where like you just go for something repeatedly instead of just playing like how you're supposed to. It's unironically to where to play that. Yeah, no, but it's like that's the thing. It's like if you're looking to play like competitive, like in whatever game you're playing, that's what it is. I realized that's what it comes down to: being patient and just waiting to see what your opponent does over and over. It's like it's less about you. Like you can make reads and you can go for like epic play sometimes, but like if you do it too much, your gameplay in the end suffers. It suffers significantly, so you'll have like a 5% decrease of like the win rate, or like 10%, whatever it might be. Patience is too hard, man. It's too hard. Okay, we're good.
Shut down.
No. You're crazy. Okay, nice. Good shot. You're crazy, but what could work? This is why you play grapplers, you force the game to move. If you play grapplers, you know what happens most of the time? Someone picks a zoner, and then you can't play the game. Or you go against someone who knows how to like zone a grappler, and you want to fucking end it.
An ally has been slain.
Double it 2 years ago, every outplay is someone else's misplay. Yeah. Those are facts. But that's like on the surface. Because what I'm saying is that you should literally, like, barely ever be the one to initiate your opponent's misplay. You should actually just let your opponent kill themselves. In game, of course. You know, like, you should let them make things happen that it causes them to lose. You never want to be, you rarely ever want to be the one pressuring them to make it like a choice that's bad. Because people cannot control themselves. And that's like the more important thing I keep learning the more I keep playing competitive games. That's weird.
There is no one.
Killing spree.
Then you need a skill to punish every single. No, that's the thing. That's the thing. It's not necessarily difficult to punish every single mistake because it's so obvious. So there's two playstyles on this. This is like the main thing I used to do. That's kind of interesting. I used to, I guess I still do this sometimes, which is a bad habit by the way. It's the thought process of like, should you force yourself, right? Should you force yourself to make a play to initiate your opponent's mistake, or should you not? Most of the time, it's way more fun to just be like, oh, like right here, and I'm like trying to make a play, like the Lee Sin might go forward a little bit too much, and then like he dies, blah blah blah. This is fun, right? This is active, and it's like, oh, you know, like it's one playstyle you can do, but it's inconsistent, right? The consistent play would be to just be like, fuck this, like this whole fight, right? Like, oh, fuck this, I'm leaving, right? Because it's like, you end up dying in the end anyway, so... And you end up giving gold, blah blah blah, so it's like, oh, should this play have happened? It's like... The fun part is like, yeah, this should have happened. That was kind of cool. This didn't look nice, it could have been like a big team fight, blah blah, but it's like, it's inconsistent gameplay. Or like, it's, yeah, it's like risk-reward, consistency, and a bunch of other stuff. 1-3 instead of outlive, exactly. So you see like, the thought process and decision is just like that constantly happen, and the thing is like, it's like I said, it's really difficult to go in full like patience mode, right, where it's like, oh, I'm gonna play in a way where no mistakes will happen, and if they do happen, it's like something that's so like insane that I shouldn't have seen, or that I couldn't have seen, right? No, the thing is like, this isn't necessarily Sanatoshi. This isn't necessarily like me being random. There's a difference between being random and having active pressure that's like done to specifically catch people doing bad things, right? Which is like what I was doing there, right? So active pressure is good, especially if you determine that your opponent doesn't know how to deal with it. But active pressure in itself is really bad if that's all you do. Hell, I'd say like 99% of the time you don't want to active pressure. It's inconsistent. Alright, send it. Probably just push mid, get it inhib, and then we go to the next inhib. Is America simply just catching a mistake? It's more complicated than that. That's the thing. It's like... it gets really, really complicated. And it's easier to see in like fighting games because you get to see get the fuck out. Because you get to see exactly why something is like the way that it is, or it's like it's actually really hard to explain. I would need more time to articulate those type of explanations on like active pressure and all this other stuff. Where do I go next item? You know what? I think
an ally has been slain.
He does a pretty decent amount of magic damage, but I want to be able to kill, so... Oh, I'll just go Black Cleaver, screw it. Yeah, does this Reaver still work on Riven? Not optimal, but you can do it. It doesn't screw you over that hard. No penta? Feels bad, man. No penta. Save. Let me go back. Heard a guy go into Zach's stream and say that this is gonna be your last season. Is that true? Probably. Most likely.
What conflict awaits?
But it's mostly because I'm gonna be playing something else, so. It's not like I'm not gonna be streaming.
My hand is
I'm gonna let go of that because we're too far away. So I'm just gonna pressure ball in.
a sword mirror its owner.
Two. Okay, I can deal with three. Pretty sure.
Learn from your mistakes.
An ally has been slain. Your team has destroyed a turret. Your team has destroyed an inhibitor. The enemy's inhibitor is respawning soon.
Yeah, two people. I mean, I think we still lose this fight there, so I should have just ran away even more. Maybe Ezreal's strong enough? Good try. What do I go for next? I guess we'll go for Hullbreaker. Lucian OP or what? No, no OP enough. Curious why not stopwatch? I'm pretty sure I die either way there, even if I stopwatch. That's the thing.
My spirit is not lost.
Really? Wow. Well. That's what happens when you have a low actuation keyboard and you accidentally just tap 2 and then it hits 3. Fuck me.
Unnecessary stress.
Well, that's fucking unfortunate, isn't it?
What conflict is
Didn't need that anyways? Yeah, didn't need that shit anyway, bro. My fucking, dude, I could literally sneeze on my keyboard and all my fucking keys will actually go because I have it set so such low actuation. Which is kind of good though, because it's like faster inputs. But at the same time, it's like, damn. You gotta be really fucking careful.
choose your own path.
I wonder why they fought when the dragon wasn't up yet. Carried as fuck. It'd be like that, boys. It'd be like that. Was Hullbreaker? Yeah, Hullbreaker was specifically to just pressure there. My team could have gotten Dragon, but they ended up. I don't know why they fought. Really, like they fought by themselves as a dragon instead of just waiting.